This is the guy to Georgia Outdoors, and we are 2 months out from opening weekend of bow season. As much as I hate to say it, this is what one of my favorite stands look like. I don't know if you can tell, but that is waist-high grass. And right now I'm on one of my favorite pieces of equipment for deer stand prep, and that is my lawnmower. Comment below right now before we get into the video, what is your favorite deer prep piece of equipment? Not like deer hunting equipment, but is it a chainsaw? Is it a lawnmower? Is it a tractor, a bush hog? We're gonna get in there with this lawnmower and start cutting and preparing, and we're gonna bring you along for the journey of getting prepared for deer season. Banana spiders are everywhere. One of them's probably in my shirt right now, but that didn't take long because we waited till it was nice and dry. We are going to move this little top out the way where we can continue to cut all the way down to that log. And if you don't watch the channel, you should go back and watch my videos. I had a trap down there this year and caught countless hogs. I can't even remember how many we caught down there, but through those openings right there where my finger's pointing is my deer stand. So I got a lot of stuff I still got to cut between there from the lawnmower and my deer stand, but this is one of my go-to spots. But right now we're going to move this top out the way. We're going to continue cutting with the lawnmower, then we're going to come back and trim some of this stuff. He runs all through the Southland, catching bass and hunting bucks. You never know just where he'll go when he cranks up the truck. Well, maybe to the beaver dam to bag a bird or two, or chasing hogs and gigging frogs before the day is through. From Letter to St. Mary's to the Tybee Island shores, it's the guide to Georgia Outdoors. Since this video's topic is like our favorite tools for deer stand prep, I bought this today. This is a 24-inch like limb saw. I already had the blower, so I went ahead and bought a limb saw that the batteries would be interchangeable, 40 volt. And my sister had one. I'm like, that thing will work pretty good. It was like 180 bucks at Lowe's. I ain't gonna say cheap, but also definitely affordable for deer hunting. And we're gonna take that over there, and we're gonna go back and clean some of them lanes up where I cut. I put that lawnmower to the test yesterday, and today we're gonna get back in there and prune some of the limbs up, and then we'll take the blower and kind of blow the deer stand off. But this is just necessary stuff. And I don't know if you live in South Georgia, but it's hot. So we're gonna load up in the truck, get over there and do some trimming. We got a little bit of a storm coming in, and to be honest, I'm not hating it, but this is a battery powered, and my buddy Josh makes fun of any type of tool like this that is battery powered. He's straight gas guy, but here we go. We're gonna see if this thing is worth it. Sounds cute, doesn't it? I don't know if you can see that, but that thing's not quite an inch in diameter, but it's pretty good size, and it cut right through it. So take that, Josh. This side over here is going to take a considerable amount more work, but here we go. All right, I got this lane clear for the biggest part, and there's my stand way down there. And I have a lot of luck in these types of stands, almost like the Sendero style, like they hunt out in Texas. You got these big thickets on both sides, so you cut these long lanes, and these deer feel real safe coming out in here. There's a lot of cover, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen deer just step across real quick. But we're going to utilize this for bow hunting. We're going to keep the corn close. You're going to use this trail. They'll get in here and walk this lane. Deer are kind of lazy. They like to walk the path of least resistance, and it kind of funnels them where we want them to be. But that hedge trimmer worked pretty well. 182 bucks money well spent. I just did all my hedge trimming and only went down like 1 notch on the battery. So we got a little bit more. Probably gonna have to get a chainsaw in here for a couple of things. But man, we got this stand looking good, and you're gonna see this no doubt on the channel in a couple months, hopefully sooner rather than later. Maybe something with the bow, maybe something with the rifle, as long as we can keep the hogs out of this area. Trimmed all this. I got a few things I can't quite reach. Probably gonna need to bring my mule in here and stand on the back of it. A few things up there, but there is my tower stand. I love hunting there. There's a big platform up in there, plenty of space. Got a few more things to cut, but that is it up in there. And this trail funnels them right there. Nice little 15-yard poke. Can't beat that. I don't think a work day on the farm would be complete without getting stung by wasps. I ticked them off, stung 3 times, 1 in the face, 2 in the arm. I guess it could be worse, but right now is the fun part. We're about to put out some corn. This is not where we're going to keep it at. We're just going to keep it right here in this area for the next probably month, and then we'll kind of position it where we want it for hunting. And yeah, we do hunt with corn here in South Georgia. If you ain't baiting, you waiting. When the time comes, we'll put a camera right there on that tree. But this is just a little pro tip. You want to make sure stuff like that is moved out the way, because that'll blow in the wind and trigger your camera over and over, and you'll get 500 pictures of a stupid vine. So we'll take care of that. But we've got everything pretty much how we really like it, except for one thing up in that deer stand. And we're going to go up there and address it. I like to go through all the possible scenarios, so when the hunting season actually gets here and it's go time, there's no something that just I didn't know about or just something unprepared for. So we're going to get our tools, and we're going to get up in the deer stand and adjust a few things. This is one of my favorite deer stands, especially for bow hunting. It's made by Muddy, and as you can see, it's a 2-person stand, which I do like because I hunt with my wife and kids from time to time. But I am a YouTuber, obviously. You're watching this video, and I like to record my hunts. And hunting, recording your deer hunt is not an easy task, and the yellow flies are bad. As you can see, I have my GoPro mount right there, and I'm constantly trying to shoot that direction, maybe that direction, even that direction. And I like to stand up. This seat's in the way. We're going to take this seat out. That way I can put my tripod and have a little bit more space for activities and stuff like that. So we're going to take this seat out. I grabbed a handful of tools. Let's just hope I grab the right size. That's a 1/2 inch. Perfect 1/2 inch. That's just great. Different size nut on the bottom and on the top. That is just great engineering there. Modern marvel. See if I can do this without falling off. Okay. Like a church bell. All right. First of all, I don't know if you can tell, but boy, it is hot. I am sweating my behind off. I'm tired of being sweaty and chafe. If you know, you know. But right here, this is where that seat used to be. We got it out of here. That opens up a lot more space right here for me. I really like that. I am going to have to shim up this leg right here. It's a little bit wobbly. Not that I'm worried about falling, just don't want to make noise when the deer here. But this gives me a lot of space. Keep my GoPro mounted right there over the shoulder. Keep my other camera here on a tripod. So I've got pretty much this thing ready to go. I got a few limbs right there that are a little concerning on the left and right there. So I may need to prune a couple of those. But overall, pretty good. Now we're gonna get back to the house, and we already set the targets up, brought them out, set the targets up. Now we're gonna shoot the bow a little bit. We're headed back to the house to start shooting the bow a little bit, and while we're headed back, I'm gonna show you some footage of some of the deer that have been coming to the stand since we've set it up. We got some nice bucks, nothing that I want to shoot just yet, but enjoy some of the footage.
There's tons of fun for everyone, you never will get bored. You'll even learn a thing or two you never knew before. So grab a pole and come along, you just might make a friend. With Blake and all his Georgia pals, the adventure never ends. From Meta to St. Mary's to the Tybee Island shores, it's the guide to Georgia outdoors.
As you can tell from the trail cam, we have a lot of deer going in there. Working that stand, a lot of does, yearlings, even some bucks, but just nothing quite, you know, what we're wanting to shoot yet. But it's only been out there for a week. But right now we're on the front porch and we're about to shoot. We got targets at 20, 25, and 30. And I want to show you my bow. And the reason why I want to show you the bow is, you know, it's nothing special. It's about a 10-year-old bow. Kill a lot of deer with it, love to hunt with it. I keep my release attached to the string because when I was a kid one time, we lived an hour from here and got all the way up here and my release was back at the house and my dad didn't go back and get it, so that was a long weekend of hunting with your bow without a release. In fact, you just did a lot of looking. But we're gonna shoot, like I said, we have our targets at 20, 25, and then 30, and we're gonna see if we can blow some of the dust off. It's always, that first shot of the year is always something, you know, you're pulling back, hoping everything holds together. But here we are, about to shoot it up a little bit. I'm still shooting this style of release, and I know a lot of people are shooting other styles, thumb release, back tension, hinge, whatever it may be. But you know what? Maybe someday, but right now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, just full disclosure, those were just fair shots at best, but that was our first round since last year. And it's kind of like riding a bike, but you do need to practice. So what time of the year do you start practicing? Are you one of those guys that shoot year round? Do you shoot like the day before, or do you kind of practice a good month or two before the season? I'm about a month or two. Right here, we're in mid-July. So let's look at this first target. That was my very first shot of the year. Like I said, low, 2 of them, pretty good. And then we come over here to 25, and I would consider that a good shot as well. Definitely got some work to do, but hey, first couple arrows of the year. Hope you enjoyed this video, kind of like a blog style. And people who, whenever people say that they hunt on private land, other people think that you just go out in the woods and kill one, and that is not the case. There's a lot of prep, a lot of practice, a lot of work that goes into it, and also money as well. But right now, if you would, leave a comment below of your favorite tool for prep work, what time of the year you start doing your prep work. Do you wait to the last minute? But I personally like to get out here about a month and a half, 2 months before. I know it's hot, but that's just when deer season is in Georgia. But if you would hit that subscribe button, because it really helps channel out, making content like this, and I know we're probably going to get on some good deer this year. At least I'm hoping we are. So you're going to want to see that. So until the next one, this has been the unofficial, no doubt incomplete guide, Georgia Outdoors.